I am back. I'm not supposed to be doing any videos this late at night, but it just didn't feel right to not make a video today after. Well, I'll spare you guys the excuses. Anyways, I don't understand. I get lazy and don't want to do the work, but when I am doing it, I'm having so much fun. Where is Samurai? I was thinking we could head to school early and print out some flyers. The only way to win people over is to present the cold hard truth. Meaning we should tell them that Shori is just like us. That's gonna be a hard sell, don't you think? I mean, the prospect of life like androids still seems unreal. I'm not sure I'd believe it myself if I hadn't experienced all this with my own eyes. Not to mention heart. That's exactly why we need to bring them up to speed. You don't. Oh, you don't. Wait, you don't aren't. What? Be better without that, don't. You aren't worried about the possible backlash. Like it or not, we're in the middle of a propaganda war now. Anyway, I contacted Ninjen earlier, and you what? Relax. I didn't tell them anything about Shiori. They have agreed to send some resources to help us though. Well, to help us though. As I surrender to a long yawn, Mariah drags the covers away. So come on, let's get moving. The faster we do it, the sooner we can fix things. It's hard not to feel energized when Mariah throws her heart behind something. After scurrying to get ready, I meet up with Mariah downstairs. On our way out, we swing past the guest room, knocking on the door before Mariah calls out, Shori, we're headed to school now if you want to tag along. I should say something. To take care, yeah. I just want you to know that I miss you, Shiori. That goes for both of us. We'll be here to help you face the world again, whenever you decide the time is right. After all, that's what true friends are for. Hearing no response, Mariah takes my hand. Come on, we should go. I'm sure she'll come around. She just needs some time. Well, more time. As I close the front door, Mariah loops her arm through mine. To my surprise, she doesn't go the entire way to school. She's never in that big physical contact before. Not that I'm complaining or anything, of course. When our eyes meet, she smiles demurely. Once we reach the computer lab, I pull a seat over beside Mariah as she gets to work. For the first hour or so, we sift through the material that was given to us by Ninja. Well, my nose kinda a little bit stuffy yet, but it should be in maybe tomorrow, 2 or 3 days. We're back to the daily uploads. Because my throat feels fine. Then we turn our attention to designing the flyer itself. Wait. For the first hour or so, we sit through the material that was given to us by Ninja. Then we turn our attention to designing the flyer itself. Okay. I did not miss anything, thank God. By the time the hall, by the time the hallways are growing busy outside, we're done. Thanks for all your help, Legacy. I really couldn't have done this without you. Without warning, she gives me a peck on the cheek. I press my fingers to the spot in surprise as she retrieves the flyers from the printer tray. Now we're armed with the truth. Time to go hit the front lines. We position ourselves at the busiest point on the hallway as more and more students arrive. A few of them jiggle and point, but most ignore us completely. Spotting a familiar silhouette approach, I lean over to whisper at Mirai. Don't look now, but oh, Mr. Kigami, nice morning, isn't it? He eyes us warily before snatching a flyer out of my hands and glancing over it. Everything you see there is verified by none other than Ningen Inc. itself. He nods slowly. A worthy subject for today's class, I think. You do? Couldn't agree more, sir. Perhaps you'd like to join us then, Mirai. I'm sure Miss Takagi can spare you for the day. Sure, I'll be there. With that, he takes a stack of extra flyers and strides away. Once he's gone, Mirai turns to me, giddy with excitement. Perhaps this might just end up working after all. We garner a few odd looks as Mirai pulls an extra chair up to my desk. But my attention is fixed on another pair of tables nearby. Hold on. I guess Shiori isn't quite ready to face the class just yet. You never know she existed. Looking at Riho though. When Mr. Kigami enters the room, I take a deep breath. Soon, the Android assistant is busy handing out our flyers. In light of recent events, a brief detour from our usual lesson might be in order. What you have there is a little something Legacy and Mirai put together. Mirai grips my arm tightly as Mr. Kigami starts with relating, oh my god, the key points. Unfortunately, when he calls for discussion, the room remains deadly silent. When he returns to the usual lesson, I let out a low sigh. At least he took care of handing them out for us, right? Yeah, I just wish we could do more to really drive it home. When the bell rings for lunch, I'm just starting to rise when Mirai pats my shoulder. Don't worry, I'll grab a bento for both of us. I nod, sitting back down as she goes to line up. Scanning the queue, I spot Riho eyeing me from the front. Seems like she wants to say something. When one of her friends nudges her, she looks away. As the line moves forward, she glances at me again though. I'm so distracted that I don't even notice Mirai return. That didn't take us long. Hold on. That's Mirai over there. Looking up, I find another face staring down at me. Shiori? Well, look who is it? Well, look who it is. What's the matter, Boatman? Wow. Riho winces as the boy beside her chimes in. Had to stop for a tune-up? Shiori bows her head as the jeers continue. Maybe she's having trouble with how to be a human.x. I rise to my feet as they snicker. Come on, Shori. Let's go talk somewhere else. Taking her hand, I search for a clear path out of Skatashi and his goons closing. What's the matter, Legacy? Couldn't get a real girl, so you had to settle for a robot? That's one way to get your daily iron intake, I guess. Amidst the chorus of laughter, there's a dissenting voice. How about you shut it? Tashi turns to stare her down. How about you make me? Don't think I won't. Seizing my chance, I managed to usher Shiori out unnoticed. Soon we're looking out over the schoolyard from the rooftop, standing side by side. Judging from that reception, I'm guessing your plan didn't work. Still, thanks for trying, Legacy. It means a lot to me. I nod as she glances up at me. What made you decide to front up today? Guess I realized that I don't need to be popular or have anyone accept me. All I need is you. As long as you embrace all that I am, everything will be alright. She slips her hand into mine, gazing up at me expectantly. What? Oh my god. I should have done the premature last time. You fucking simp. You simp. You are really gonna go to sleep at like 1 a.m. on a school day? Yes, I am. I'm dying. I was sleeping, kind of. I was falling asleep. Come on, gotta wake up. For now. Kiss her. Turning toward her, I run my fingers through her hair before gently clasping the back of her neck. How could I do anything else when you make me feel so alive? I lose myself in her vibrant blue eyes as I bring our foreheads together. It's like gazing out across the vastness of a placid sea, aware of the roiling currents lying hidden in its depths. Oh, Legacy. She glances away bashfully, even as she breaks out in a contented smile. When I draw her in, she closes the gap between us eagerly though. I feel a jolt pass through I feel a jolt pass through me as our lips finally meet. I'd almost swear she had a loose wire. But there's no denying it anymore. She tilts her head, leaning even deeper into the kiss. This feeling is beyond anything physical. Grasping her waist, I pull her tight against me. Eventually, she draws back with a shiver. That was. That was. She beams, lost for words. This whole time, I had it wrong, you know? I frown in confusion. Oh, how is that? I kept insulting that you treat me just like any other girl. But the truth is, that isn't what I really want at all. I break into a knowing smile. Welcome to self-deception. It's something we humans have turned into a fine art. She gives me an earnest look. You aren't worried about how others will perceive us. Even Rio hasn't talked to me since it happened. When she bows her head, I gently stroke her cheek. She's grappling with her own harsh lessons right now. If it's any consolation, that's an authentic sibling experience as well. She slips her arms around me before lowering her head onto my chest. To answer your question, it's actually kinda liberating though. When you take a stand, it's easier to see who your true friends are. Those who judge us harshly aren't worthy of thinking about. She nods slowly as I plant a kiss on top of her forehead. Your heart is beating so fast, Legacy. Is that because of me? Her hushed words sent a ripple of warmth through me. Do I really need to answer that? She lifts her head with a smile. I'm not sure about need. She brings her hands up to grip the back of my shoulders. What I want is another thing though. When the bell suddenly rings, she flashes a plaintive look. She starts pulling away, but I only tighten my hold on her waist. We can't leave you waiting now, can we? I barely started leaning in when she closes the space between us in an instant, clutching my head with both hands. Her kiss is almost ravenous. Our heads are undulating in a sensuous rhythm as I knead her hips upward. Okay. It isn't until my lungs scream for air that we finally break away. Then we stand there panting until I can muster the words. Oh, we should probably head back. Yeah, you're right. As I pull away, she takes my hand though. Just promise me, Legacy. Anything. She breaks into a wry smile. Promise we'll practice that again soon. I chuckle with a nod as we head back together, hand in hand. The moment we enter, it starts all over again. Finished the fragging already? But sparks literally flew. Riho sinks into her chair as Katashi saunters up to us. Mirai ain't here to fight your battles now. He advances menacingly, reaching out to grab Shiori by the wrist. Pull her behind me. Just as he's about to seize her, I draw Shiori around behind me. You're a disgrace to humankind, Katashi. Step aside, Legacy. This is bigger than us. If you think I'm gonna let you lay a hand on Shiori, you've got another thing coming. Suit yourself. He's barely finished shrugging, before he takes the first swing. Gritting my teeth, I shield my head as they keep coming. As long as Shiori is safe, that's all that matters. Just then the door opens. What is the meaning of this? Mirai files in behind him. You, all of you. He jabs his finger at Katashi, then a smile curled off to the side of the room, including Riho. To the headmaster, right now. As for Riho, she didn't do nothing. Riho played no part in this, sir. She was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Riho stares at me like a deer caught in headlights. The look on Mr. Kigami is decidedly more hostile. Maybe I shouldn't have said anything. I guess he's right, sir. Alright, Riho can stay. The rest of you out. Riho looks stunned at the Kurhert files out of the room with a curse of groans. Now, please take your seats. As Mirai sits down beside me, I speak in a hushed voice. Thanks for bringing the cavalry. Thanks for getting ugly. She shakes her head. Sorry I took so long. It's clear that tensions within the school are having a negative impact on your studies. As such, a special assembly will be held in the auditorium tomorrow. For now, I ask that you to turn to page. When a loud wail cuts him off, I look up to see Riho take off out of the door. Without pausing to think, I mumble an excuse and race off after her. I swear if there's another kiss, bro, I'm gonna lose my mind. It must be serious to make her cry out like that. Following the sound of slamming doors, I soon find myself standing in the gymnasium. Sobs echoes through the empty space, coming from the far end of the stands. Unsure how to approach things, I sat down silently beside Riho. Damn it. Damn it. Why are you wasting your time on me, Legacy? I deserve to be shooed out along with the rest of those bullies. She raised her head, fixing me with a pitiful look as the tears streamed down her cheeks. Hey, you're only human. As I lift my shoulders in a shrug, she sputters out a bright chuckle. And to think, all it cost was my humanity. Even so, Shori didn't hesitate when it came to standing up for me. After I was too wrapped up in my own fears to say a word in her defense. When I slipped my hand around her, she cuddles up to me. Then she gazes up into my eyes, biting her quivering lip. Oh my god. We're making an exception today, okay? It's late as hell. So I'm just gonna cut it here. And do that tomorrow, cause god dang. They really got me, huh? They got me lacking at the worst time possible. We'll do it tomorrow. Double video tomorrow, but tomorrow's video ain't gonna have no premium George. Hell no. The kissing one's already expensive as hell. Till we'll meet again. Alright, I guess I have decided in a bit to keep this one short with only one chapter in this one video. But later tonight I will do another one, which it has the normal 2-bit chapters. But it's just since, well, it'll take a lot of storage to put the 2 videos together, and if I be doing another chapter, that's probably gonna down the quality of the video. Yeah. It wouldn't be the first time I do it, but you know, last time somebody complained, and well, yeah. Plus, well, we were getting to kissing on Sunday, so that's a rare sight. I have been so selfish, Legacy. I let out a low sigh and pressed my lips together. I have a feeling. Wait, I have a feeling words aren't gonna cut it here. There has to be some way I can console her, though. I don't think I deserve to. She cuts off with a frown as I start leaning in. Legacy, are you trying to? Sorry, I just thought. I'm just starting to turn away when she suddenly sweeps in, catching my lips with her own. Then she pivots to me as I let my hand fall from her back, cupping her cheek with the other. Soon, our breath is coming in stolen gasps before she pulls away just as quickly. I I don't know what came over me just now. It's just when I saw you leaning in like that, I almost felt your heart reached out to comfort me. It's alright, Riho. That's exactly what I hoped you might take from it. I take a deep breath to regain some of my composure. Getting back to what you said, selfishness is all part of human nature. The fact that you struggle with that too proves how like us you really are. She frowns, lip trembling once more. You're saying the way I treated Shiori is a sign of my progress. Not an unusual not an unusual one among siblings either, from what I have heard. The important thing is that you learned the lesson, which is that being selfish is the short term can hurt more in the long run. She nods gravely. You're right about that. The more I went along with it, the worse I feared they might turn on me. That's another valuable lesson right there. Individual goodwill is often lost when you're part of a mob. She takes my hand, smiling reflectively. If only more humans were like you, Legacy. I chuckle, shaking my head. That's nice of you to say, but I think one is enough, don't you? Yeah, you're probably right. She draws back, tilting her head as she studies me intently. I can only do this to one of you at a time anyway. Grasping the back of my neck, she draws me into a deep kiss. As it goes on, I run my hand along her flank until it comes to rest on her hip. Seems she's getting the hang of human desire just fine. When we finally break away, I bring our foreheads together. I know it's not easy admitting when you have done wrong, but Shiori could really use her sister right about now. She nods, giving my hand a squeeze. Once I have thought of some way to make it up to her, I won't hesitate. Just don't overthink it, okay? The best solutions aren't always the most elegant. Thanks, Legacy, for everything. I'm just leaning in again when the doors suddenly fly open. Or well, flies open, but they wrote that wrong, I guess. What are you doing, Riho? hanging out with a pathetic android-loving loser. As he makes a beeline toward us, Riho cuts him off. He frowns in confusion until she slaps him, sending him railing. Luckily for him, Ninja installed those performance inhibitors. We take our time making our way home, returning to find Shiori and Mirai eating. When I have a chance to say a word of greeting, Riho fronts up to them. I know I have got no right to ask anything from you, Shiori, but I'd like you to be there for me the assembly. Wait. But I'd like you to be there for the assembly tomorrow. With that, she retreats to the guest room. She's not gonna tell everybody she's a robot in the assembly, right? That is gonna be wow. If she really does that, nah, man, that's just a very big move for a sibling, and more in the position they're in right now. Man, these robots be more human than actual people, even though they're just pixels programmed in a game. What was all that? Well, what was that all about? We'll find out on the next video. And cut.